Two brothers lived in a village. They were Chang and Miang. Their natures were opposite to each other. Chang was generous and kind. He respected everyone. He had earned great wealth through hard work. He had many employees and servants. He was very considerate to them. So, his employees loved him and respected him. And Miang was just the opposite. He was mean and harsh. He had too many servants, but they had no good feelings for their master. Miang meant trouble for his workers. Through sheer luck, he was doing well in business. He worked with his employees like slaves and paid them little. Leave or rest was out of the question. If any servant ever needed help, Miang had one answer: no. Many of his servants thought of leaving him, but they could not, because they were very poor and needed jobs. Back home, every servant had a family to support. So, something was better than nothing. It pained Chang to see his brother treating his servants with such cruelty. He felt ashamed being his brother. Many a time he urged his brother to be kind, but Miang paid no heed. But Miang's ill treatment of his servants started affecting his business. His customers started leaving him because being impolite and abusive was becoming the nature of Miang. Chang asked, "Brother, why do you ill-treat your servants? Saying sweet words costs nothing, and kindness earns goodwill." Miang got annoyed. "Brother, mind your own business." Chang said, "I can't tolerate my brother being so cruel to servants. It hurts me. Why don't you go to some other city and do business there?" Miang asked his brother not to poke his nose in his affairs. Chang sat brooding over the behavior of his brother. One of his old servants came to him and spoke, "Master, I know what worries you. I can help." Chang asked, "What can you do?" The servant claimed, "Whatever I do, it will reform Mr. Miang or he will leave the town." Chang remarked, "It is not that easy." "I know. But I must help you. I can't let you go on worrying. My trick will work." The old servant went into Miang's house at night and carefully removed the blanket he was sleeping under. The servant escaped through the window with the blanket. When Miang woke up, he found his blanket missing. He was feeling very cold. He could not find his blanket. When he went to his shop, he found a package there. The package contained his blanket. There was a note tagged to it that read, "Treat your people kindly, or I will get you." Miang thought that it was a mischief of his servants. That night he slept in his inner room. In the morning he found his pillow missing. Miang was enraged. He abused and accused his servants. As he was about to leave for the shop, one delivered a package to his doorman. Miang opened the package and found his pillow inside. Again there was a note, "Treat your people kindly or..." Miang got scared. That night he kept awake to catch the thief. No thief came till midnight. Then he fell asleep. In the morning he found everything safe. Nothing was missing. He was pleased. Then, a servant saw him and laughed. He felt insulted. But strangely, whoever saw him laughed. He was puzzled. When he stood before the mirror, he knew the reason. One side of his mustache and half of his head was shaven. It frightened him. He thought that someone who could do that can easily cut off his throat someday. The idea gave him shivers. He ordered his servants, "Pack up my baggage. I am going to another town to do business there." He shaved off the remaining half of the mustache and set out for his shop. He was wearing a cap to cover his half-shaven head. He had decided to close up his shop to leave the town. On way, he met Chang. Without a mustache, Mian looked funny. Chang asked why he looked so worried and upset. Mian replied, "I think you were right. I am shifting my business to another town." He told his brother the entire episode. Chang suggested, "You need not go. Just be kind to your servants." Mian stayed and changed his behavior. Now they all lived happily and peacefully.